Damn, I'm on my Skyblock shit, I ain't got a life. Damn, I'm on my dungeon shit, I ain't know my routes. Damn, I ain't got no creative minds, call me 30 virus. Damn, I'm on my disappearing shit, I feel like refraction. Damn, party finder's ass, I might shake some ass. Damn, this shit is fucking ass, someone get me the fuck out. Yo, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock. If you click this video, it's probably because you're wondering the same thing I am. How much money can you actually make from this new foraging update? So we're gonna be testing that today. Stay tuned if you want to see that. Let's do it. So at this point, it's actually been a couple of weeks since the release of this update. So prices are quote unquote stable enough for us to check how much money you can actually make with different money making methods added with this update. And in case you came here to see any specific test, I'm gonna go ahead and leave some timestamps at the start of each test so you can skip straight to it if you would like. But anyways, to get this started, we're gonna be going with the most obvious one, and we are going to be breaking trees. Yes, we are going to be breaking mangrove and fig trees and see how much money you can make an hour by doing just that. So we are going to be starting with fig trees here, but before we do, I want to go ahead and show you guys what my stats and what my heart of the forest tree actually looks like. So let me show you guys really quick. So my base stats right now, as you can see, I have 651 sweep and 1,375 foraging fortune. And let me show you real quick what I'm using to get those stats. I have the mangrove locket, David's cloak, mangrove vine, and mangrove grippers. My David's cloak is maxed, so this stats could look a little different to you guys depending on what you guys have. I do have all three of the foraging boosters on this, as you can see. And for the armor, we have the full fig set, recommed and groovy, also with all three boosters and perfect gemstones on there. For my axe, I have the Moonglade fig stone splitter. As you can see, it is 5-starred. I have 2 perfect gemstones, absorb 8, first impression 5, and it is maxed out on the collection as well. For the pet, I am running a level 200 Jade Dragon, as you can see, and that does help out the stats a lot, especially the sweep. And now for what is probably the most important part of this, let me show you guys what my heart of the forestry is looking like. I did try to focus on getting the most amount of sweep and foraging fortune that I could get. So as you can see, I did max out sweep and foraging fortune, the first couple things that are really important for this. I did also get foraging madness and lottery. Lottery is really important. It does help out a bunch, but it does vary and can affect your rates a little bit, but it's still really helpful. Always a really good thing to get. And this tree will change throughout this grind here because as you can see, I don't have anything on hunter's luck to give me some hunter fortune because to start off, we are only breaking trees, so we're not going to do any hunting. But as you can see, I did try to get my force strength and force speed up as much as I could because that actually helps out your sweep by a lot. And I almost forgot, but also there are a couple things in Agatha's shop that will help out your rates by a lot by giving you some sweep and foraging fortune as well. As you can see, I have my personal best maxed out for both fig and mangrove, and these help out a crap ton to actually give you some more sweep. And to get those, all you have to do is open up her shop, buy the fig personal best, buy the mangrove personal best, and break 100,000 logs of each throughout a contest, and that'll give you the maxed out personal best. Also, there are fig fortune and mangrove fortune upgrades here as well. Mine aren't too leveled up, so if yours is higher, your rates could be a bit better. If they're lower, they could be a bit worse, but it all varies. I'm going to show you guys what this looks like with my stats. All right, so if I forgot anything that helps out your foraging fortune and your sweep, somebody please let me know in the comments. But other than that, let's get straight to these tests. For each test, I'm going to be setting a 15-minute timer and giving a proper test to each method. At the end of the timer, we're going to multiply our total gains by 4 and average out how much money we can make per hour. And all right, no more yapping. Let's actually get to this now. So this is actually going to be the perfect time to test this out. I have a timer starting in 10 seconds here, and there is also an Agatha contest happening. So let's get right to it here. In 5 seconds, it's going to be starting, and I'm not actually going to make you guys sit through this because 15 minutes of me just going around breaking fig trees is not really that entertaining. So I'm going to leave you guys here with a little sped up version of it. So the timer is actually coming to an end here. This is going to be the last tree. Boom, there it is. Timer is over. And now let's check how much money we actually made off of this. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna put everything together that we made from this, including the Agatha contest rewards, and then we'll see exactly how much we got. So I put everything together, and at the end, we got 12 fig stone, 30 Agatha coupons, and 40 enchanted fig logs. Also, from both breaking trees and from doing the Agatha contest, I did get 844 forest essence. So if I were to insta sell everything that I just got from the items, I would get 2.7 million coins, and then from the essence I would get 517k coins. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get an actual final number of how much money we made off of this. So I'm gonna do this with sell offers because that is how most people like to do it. So from fig stones, I am getting 2.27 million coins. From enchanted fig logs, that's an extra 46,000 coins. From Agatha coupons, that's gonna be 509,000 coins. And then from forest essence, it's going to be 552,000 coins. I went ahead and did the math for how much money we made off of this, and off of items, after multiplying the total by 4, it gave us a total of 11.4 million coins. And for the contests, it is a little different because you're going to be participating in 3 contests an hour instead of 4. So in total, from contests, we got 1.67 million coins. So if you're to combine both of those, you are averaging out a total of 13.1 million coins from fig. Obviously, that is not the best, and your rates can be different than mine depending on how much fortune you have, how much sweep you have. So it varies a little bit. I showed you guys what my stats look like, so you can go from there. But let's go straight to the next one. Now we're gonna go straight into the mangroves. Our heart of the forest is still the same. Everything else is still the same as fig. So let's get right to it. I'm hoping that this one is gonna be a little bit more money than fig, but I guess we will see. Same thing. I will make this go by super quick, and I will see you guys whenever we are getting to the end of it. And alrighty, the timer is coming to an end here. We have a time for this last tree here, and there it is. Now let's go back and add up to see how much we got. I went ahead and got together everything that we got from breaking those mangrove trees, and this is what the results are looking like. So we have 7 main cores, a stack and 60 enchanted mangrove logs, 2 enchanted vine saps, and 23 vine saps. Also from the Agatha contest, we do have 30 coupons because we also did get a legendary on this one. And now let's see how much money we actually made. So from the main cores, we have 1.9 million coins there. From the logs, 219,000 coins. From the enchanted vine sap, 164,000 coins. And from these remaining ones, 10,000 coins. I almost forgot, but also we did get 1,217 forest essence from these things, which actually gives us 795,000 coins. And finally, after adding everything together and doing the same calculations we did for fig, it comes out to a total of approximately 14 million coins an hour. Not that much better than fig, but a little bit. So you guys can decide kind of which one you want to do. And let's go to the next methods. So for this next method, we are going to be doing a little bit of hunting. Before we actually get started, let me show you guys what I'm running. So for our first method, we are going to be fishing. So I do have the turbo fishing net, which is what I'm going to be using for this. And that is the only tool that we actually need. Now, let me show you guys what the heart of the forestry is looking like for this one. The only things that we actually need for this one are going to be hunter's luck. But if you would like, it would be a little bit helpful as well if you got deep waters, and monster hunter would help you out a little bit as well for those whispers. So now let's not wait any longer. Let me show you guys exactly what we're going to be doing for this one. All right, so before I actually go ahead and dive into this, Get it? Dive. I'm so funny. All right. But before we actually go in and do this, let me show you guys exactly what we're going to be doing and what my stats look like for it. So I know that for hunting, there are many different things that you can do and many different methods for it. But the reason I chose this one is actually because it is the easiest one to do and it requires the least setup for it. All you're really going to need is going to be the net. What would also be helpful is Death Strider 3 boots. It's not necessary, but it is very helpful. And I am also running the rest of the diver set, but it is not at all necessary. And this is currently what my stats look like. The most important thing here is going to be the hunter fortune, which is actually going to affect how much money we make off of this. All right, and now let me show you guys what we're going to do. It's nice and simple. You're going to jump into the water and you're just going to attack the little green and blue fish. The verdant and the azure, you're just going to spam find them. Just click it. You can catch them with the regular net. I have the turbo net, but you don't need it. And it's nice and simple just like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and give it the 15-minute test and I will see you guys in just a minute. I also forgot to tell you guys, but while you're doing this, if you see a shellwise, it is very smart to go for them as well because they actually give a good bit of money. Alrighty, the timer is about to run out, so let me catch a couple more here, and that is time. And alright, let's go back and see exactly how much we got. Alrighty, so now let me show you guys actually the most fun part about this grind here, okay? So basically, we're going to be doing a whole lot of cookie clicker, and what I do recommend is that you just hover over the shard that you want to take out and just hold Q. That's gonna make your life much easier, but let me speed this up. All right, this one is gonna take a little while, but let's do it. Whoa. All right, and also one more thing that I forgot to say is that while you're waiting for the little ones to respawn, you can also go ahead and get some salmon because that'll help your rates also a little bit as well. And also, we were able to kill 2 shellwises while we were doing this, so that gave us 12 shellwise shards. All right, and now let me add everything up and see how much money we got. So after adding those up, we actually made a total of 9.6 million coins in those 15 minutes. If we were to multiply those by 4 to get our hourly average, we actually made 38.6 million coins an hour, which for how easy this method is actually insane. Now, I know that amount can change based on how many shellwises you get and based on how quick you are at getting these, but what is best about this method is that it literally does not require a setup. You can do it with straight up a basic fishing net and you will be okay. Obviously, your hunter fortune will affect it as well, and if you have a better net, it probably will make your rates a little bit better, but still, you are probably gonna easily be making around 30 million coins an hour with no setup. Alrighty, and now for our next method here that we're going to be trying, as you can see from where I am, is going to be chill shots and chill blades. So the goal here is to actually go ahead and kill the chill blades and the chill shots and try to get as many rune blade talismans as we can, and let's go figure out how much money we can make from this. And just like our other method, this one also does not require a setup at all we're going to be using to kill them is the fake stone splitter, but you can easily use any other axe. We are also using a relic G-drag to give us a little bit more magic find, but once again, this is not required because that does not improve it by that much. All right, and once again, we are doing the 15-minute test, so I will see you guys in just a moment. Alrighty, so our timer is done, and now let's go ahead and see how much we got from that. Okay, so we actually only ended up doing that one for 5 minutes because it did fill up my inventory decently fast, and we're just going to be going ahead and multiplying it by 12 instead of multiplying it by 4. So in total, we got 19 rune blade talismans, and if we go ahead and combine those, it gets us 2 rune blade rings and 3 rune blade talismans in 5 minutes. So if we were to go ahead and multiply that by 12, it would give us 228 Runeblade Talismans an hour, which equals 28.5 Runeblade rings. And if we were to divide those, it would give us 3.1 Runeblade artifacts. If we were to go ahead and multiply that by the average price that these Runeblade artifacts are going for, I will go ahead and show you right now. They are each going for approximately 9.3 million coins. So if we were to go ahead and multiply that, it would give us approximately 27.9 million coins an hour. And for how easy this method is, I think that is an amazing money-making method. It requires no setup and it is super easy to do, as you could see. So now let's go ahead and test our final money-making method for the foraging update. All right, so for this final method that we're doing, it's actually a little different than the ones we've done so far. We're actually going to be using the fusion machine right here behind us. So for this one, it is a little different, like I said, because the rates can be different based on what you're doing and based on the prices currently. This one, I'm not gonna be exactly going and doing this to get you guys an exact value, but I will be putting up on the screen right now a couple of different flips that you can do, all averaging around 100k per. And I'll also go ahead and leave down in the description the link to the site that helps you check out all the shards and see exactly what you can and can't do. But average for this one, I see people making around 25 to 30 million coins an hour, which is also pretty decent based on how easy it is. Okay, so that is all of the methods that we're going to be testing out in this video. I know there are many different methods that you can do with this new update, especially with hunting and shard fusion and all that, but I just wanted to go through basically the easiest ones to do and the ones that anybody can get into without that much time and without that much money put into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like. That would help me out a bunch, and also subscribe. If you guys want to see me do some other fun stuff and do some other stupid stuff, I do stream every day, so I will drop the Twitch down in the description as well. And also for updates on YouTube videos, streams, and anything else planet related, I will drop the link to the Discord in the description, so you can go ahead and join that as well. Thank you guys for watching. You all have a great rest of your day. I love you all. See y'all next video.
Subscribe to Pluhnet.